Nowadays, I'm too cool for a girlfriend. Nowadays, I don't know when the world spins.
Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Jesse Ledner here. And you're probably wondering, what's this computer doing here? Well, I'm not sure what just happened there, but Chrome just crashed. Alright, let's try this again. Anyways, I was trying to pull up the website for the specs of this computer here. And here it is. It's got all this. It's a tower PC. The processor is a AMD Sempron 3000 Plus, running at 1.8 gigahertz. And all this, I'll just scroll down here so you can read it all. The RAM's got 512 megabytes. It can have up to 2 gigabytes in here. You can have up to 2 gigabytes of RAM. It has a CD drive in it. Yeah, it has that display. It doesn't say. It's integrated graphics or whatever it is. The hard drive, I know this one's got an IDE drive in here, which I'll show in just a moment. It's a HDD drive running at 7200 RPM. It's a 80 gig drive. Audio and video, all that. Yeah, it's IDE storage controller. It comes with a keyboard and mouse. I still have the original mouse, but I don't have the original keyboard with me anymore. Long story with that. Processor, I know y'all just saw that earlier. Optical storage, it's a CDRW DVD ROM combo, IDE as well, which I'll show in just a moment. There is no floppy drive in here on this computer. Card reader, can have multiple flash cards, as you can see. It's got 9-in-1 card reader. It can have that, as you see. And a storage removable is none. All that, and then the networking is Ethernet, fast Ethernet. It's integrated. Max transfer rate is 56 kilobytes per second. Monitor type, it says none, but I still have the monitor that came with it to this day, which is right here. It does have a little scratch in the center of the screen, but otherwise the monitor is in good condition. Anyways, yeah, it's integrated graphics, like I said. It's VGA only. The audio output is integrated to AC97. Main board. Did have a 1-year warranty, which is long over with. The keyboard it does have PS2 for keyboard and mouse as well. It does have a phone in it, plug-in card, PCI plug-in card. Power supply, this computer does not have the switching power supply. And this is running Microsoft Windows XP Home Edition. Video output, of course, VGA, like I said. The video memory is up to 128 megabytes. And that's pretty much it for that. And I'll open up I'll give you a good overview look of it. Let me just set this computer up here real quick. Well, I tried to stand it up on my bed and it keeps tilting like it's about to fall. So I'm just going to put it on the ground here. So this is what it looks like in the front. There was a sticker that used to be on here because the computer was at a different location. It was at my mom's work. And she works at a daycare, so we have this computer in one of the classrooms for them to use, which they never used. So if it was just sitting, and it was just sitting in the employee room or whatever, so there's no need to keep it over there if they're not going to use it, so I got it back. This is, actually, I don't think I ever mentioned this yet. This is my childhood computer. It's got a little tray here, as you see. It's got line in, microphone, headphone. It's a 1394 port, 2 USB 2.0s, another one right here, and all the card adapters. It does have an expansion bay, which is unused, to where you could like hook up, let's say, maybe another CD drive or something. I'll show you the back of it, then we'll open up the panel, the side panel here. Should have paused there. Anyways, oh, yeah, I should have paused and turned it around there. Sorry about that. Anyways, here's the back of it. You see the power supply is kind of out of place. I was working on it in the past and I had misplaced a bunch of screws, so if it looks out of alignment, don't mind that. So here's the back of it. It's got PS2 mouse and keyboard, serial port, printer port, VGA. It's missing the contacts on both of them. It's got another 1394 port, 4 USB ports, Ethernet, and again the microphone line out, line in. It's got a phone line, it's got a phone adapter down there, whatever you want to call it. Again, this one doesn't have the switching power supply, or so you just plug it in and turn it on. It doesn't have an on-off switch. Alright, now let me set this back on my bed and I'll give you a look inside the machine. Okay, I just took the side panel off here so you can get a look inside. I'll turn the flashlight on my phone here so you can see. The power supply is Hi-Pro or Hip-Pro, however you would pronounce that. It's got a Hi-Pro or Hip-Pro power supply. I can't even speak. Anyways, yeah, it's got that. Some dust up in here. Yeah, I guess that's some dust. Anyways, I did blow out the circuit board and stuff. I don't have an air compressor, so I had to improvise by using the hair dryer with cool air, of course. I don't have a air compressor. So the CD drive is IDE, like I said earlier, and as well as the hard drive. It's right here. Looks like it's missing. Yeah, I don't think I got that in place right. Anyways, the hard drive's not mounted because I misplaced the screws. The CD drive is mounted still, as you see here. This has got a cooling fan right there, or whatever you call it. There's the memory for it. It's a 512 megabyte memory. It can have up to 2 RAM chips in there. And yeah. And also you got some extra cables and stuff. You can hook different drives up for optional purposes. Like, say you had have another CD drive you want to hook up, you can hook that up. It does have some optional stuff that if you want to hook SATA drives up as well. So it is optional for that. And there's the IDE ports right there. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so alright, so that one right there is going for the, I believe, what is that? Yeah, that's going for the CD drive, and this blue one here is going for the hard drive. That's what it looks like. But like I said, you got some extra cables you can hook up for optional stuff. So you got P6, you have P8, P5, P4, P3, P2 I believe is up here. Yeah, P2. It's hard to see, but that says P2. P4 is on this one. Yeah, P4. Like I said, just some optional stuff you can hook up. You see? Now this is kind of rare. Get this. Oh, there's P7, by the way. P1 must be that long cable. This is kind of rare, as I was trying to say, how this CMOS battery is installed. Look at that. It's kind of rare, isn't it? How they install it like that. Maybe it's not rare, I don't know. Anyways, moving on from that. We'll start that up here later on. Now we got another computer here. This was, I don't know the brand of this computer. I believe it is custom built. This is a computer here that my grandmother, or Momo, had. That's been sitting here. Of course, nowadays she's deceased. But I'll set the computer on the ground so you can get a good look at it, and I'll open the cabinet or the panel up as well. Okay, so now that it's on the ground, this one has 2 CD drives. You see this one, this bottom one here, is not mounted, as you see there. This one is. However, both of these CD drives are locked up. Well, I got this one to work. I had to, someone told me to use a not a clothespin, what is it? Paper clip or something to put that in there to get it unstuck, but it didn't. No luck. The only way I can get it to open is if I pound the top of it and it opens. So yeah, these CD drives have been having trouble for a while. Anyways, it's got a floppy drive in here as well. Power button. This one's got the, I can't think what you call it. Whatever it is, it forces the whole computer to restart. So that's the force restart button, whatever you want to call that thing. And now in this cabinet here, it has, or that lid, it's got 2 USB ports. I believe that's USB 2.0, I believe that is. So that's what it looks like in the front. Now I'll show you the back of it. See, this one has the switching power supply. And there was a cover that was supposed to go around here, but I don't know what happened to it. It got misplaced somewhere. Has PS2 mouse and keyboard. Got a printer port. It's got a VGA port, which is missing one of the contacts. It's got 6 USB ports, Ethernet, microphone, line out, and line in. This one's also got a phone jack as well. So, on this computer, this one only has the rear audio. There's no front audio on this computer, but on the HP a1213w, it does have audio rear and front and rear. You can hook up to this one's just rear only. So, I'll open up the cabinet here. I'm going to set this back on my bed and we'll open up the cabinet. So, like I said, this one appears to be custom built, I believe. So this is what it looks like with the inside. We'll go ahead and turn the flashlight on so you can see. Power supply is a Mustang power supply, switching power supply rather. It's got an Intel processor on it. I believe that it was running at, well, I'm going to have to boot the computer up later on and I'll have to show you the specs of it. Because I always keep forgetting what the specs are through my head, so. It does have another cooling fan right here. Oh. Yep. I had to change the CMOS battery out of that because the CMOS battery in there was dead, so that's got a new CMOS battery in it. And on this computer, the CMOS battery that's in here is still good, so yeah. Anyways, here is one of the top CD drive. It's IDE. Second CD drive is IDE. The floppy drive, it is missing the IDE cable. It's supposed to go right there. I had misplaced it. Got misplaced in the office, and I never could find it. But it is, the power's hooked up to it. Just the IDE cable's missing out of it for now. The hard drive here is SATA, not IDE, but SATA. This has got a SATA drive in it. And I'll actually show you. Check this out. It's got a Western Digital hard drive in here, WD800. This one is also an 80 gig drive as well. It's an ATA drive. It's very nice. Anyways. Yep, so it's got that. There is 2 memory chips, RAM chips in here. Because this is, okay, I'm gonna say this. I know I got a much of a head start. I was actually working on these off video the past couple of days. I was making the video of it, but I ended up deleting and scrapping it. So I admit I got a little bit of a head start of myself, a little bit ahead of myself rather. So yeah. I think we're going to start this HP Pavilion a1213w computer up first, and then we'll start this up later. So, the RAM that was in here, I'll take the RAM out of here for now. Let's see. That's not it. Hold on. It's this. The RAM that was out the HP computer. It was this one right here that originally came out of here. And so the RAM that chip is running 256 megabytes, as well as this RAM right here is 256 as well. Those two, so this one and that one originally came out of this computer right here. However, I'm gonna have to. One time I tried to work on it with only 256 megs of RAM, and when I was updating the drivers, it had threw it into a blue screen. I figured it wasn't enough RAM. So I'm gonna pop this 512 in here. And it's got a 256 already in it. Okay. Alright, that's in. Just like that. And I'll just pop this in here for now. If I can, let's see. I'll just put it here because I'm going to put the 512 in. Oh yeah. Anyways, we'll start this one up later on. And now, I'm going to close this up. We'll get it all hooked up and boot it up. Alright, we're just about all set to boot up this computer here. The HP Pavilion a1213w. So I'm going to plug this in here. We have a green light, so that's a good sign. Now, when I first turn this thing on, the fan's gonna it's gonna rev up and get loud for a moment. It does that whenever power's restored to it. So, the mouse and keyboard that I'm using, let me actually flip that around real quick. Hook that back up. Saying there, the mouse and keyboard I'm using is just this wireless Logitech mouse and keyboard. I have to use that mouse because that's the only mouse I could find around here. Also, I'm gonna be for I'm gonna be using Wi-Fi because I'm not gonna use Ethernet. The routers are not in my bedroom, they're in the office. So I'll be using that. Also, I'm gonna be running this off of my flat screen TV, which is, this TV does have the VGA port, so it says PC. Alright, let's see what happens. We got power, and we got post. So you heard that fan rev up there for a moment. Like I said, it does that whenever power's restored. I'll get you a, whoop. There you go. You can kind of see it better. See, I think this one's not, this computer doesn't put it in full screen all the way. I'll show you what I mean in a moment. You see how it's not in full screen all the way? I don't know what that's about. Yeah, I hit unlock 2 times. Now, it might take a while to boot up, because if you let your computers warm up and idle for a little bit before you start using it, you shouldn't have a problem. Yep, there we are. I actually had this computer was pretty much outdated. I had recovered it from a few years back when, but it couldn't update because for one, it was stuck on Service Pack 2 and not Service Pack 3. And yeah, so I was limited to what I could do on here. And back when the last time I worked on this computer was last November, and I had accidentally uninstalled Mozilla Firefox, and I had no idea at the time that Internet Explorer, well, on Internet Explorer, if you're on Windows XP Service Pack 2, apparently the only website that works on there is MSN, not stuff like Google and stuff, because when you try to search up google.com, it says Internet cannot display the web page. So yeah, luckily I was able to get the program back. How did I get it back? I popped this in, the CD in, and then I gave me an option to install other web browsers, and I installed Mozilla Firefox. Update's already installed on the computer. It says that, but I've been trying to update it for a while, but it keeps failing it. So I actually got portable update to run on to work on here as well. That's how I was able to update it and stuff. So now this is on Service Pack 3. It's not on Service Pack 2 anymore, because that's what I was stuck on. And finally I got portable update to work. So it's not in full screen, as you can see. Look at all this. Whoo boy, look at all these programs on here. Oops. Hold on. There we are. Well, look at all them programs. It's got a Enter Video, Win DVD player. Well, actually, yeah, let's do that so you can get a better look. It's got all this stuff that is pretty much. Huh, that's weird. I thought I installed the full version of Microsoft Office 2003. I did have a CD for it. I don't know what happened though. Oh, there we are. Okay, that's the full version there. Because we still had an installation CD for it to this day. It's got Microsoft Money, all this old stuff. Yep. Anyways, I'll go to, let's go to Control Panel here. Go to System. Probably going to show all this. Where it says, I apologize for the register being shown. See, this is, like I said earlier. So the processor is at 1.81 gigahertz. It's running a little over 700 megabytes of RAM. And the top there shows Microsoft Windows XP Home Edition. It's running Service Pack 3. And yeah. Let's see if we can fix the display issue. Is this the maximum size it can go up to? Wait. Apparently it is, so so the maximum resolution can go up to is 1024 by 768, unfortunately. I mean, it is what it is. I wish it can have, maybe we can, DPI setting, I think we'll leave that alone. Oh, wait a minute. What happens if we put that to 60 hertz? Oh, okay, maybe we can work some now here. Let's see. Nope, maybe not. Never mind. So this one can have up to... default monitor. I don't know what kind of monitor. This one can go the refresh rate can go up to 75 hertz. Kind of looks at, oh, look, it got blurry there for a second. Let's see, grab my remote here. Might have to auto adjust it. Let's see. Okay. Setup. No, I'm sorry. Feature, PC settings, auto adjust. There we are. Yeah, it just looked a bit blurry there. Anyways, probably could have left it at, could have left it at 60 hertz, whatever. Anyways, I can't even think. This is what I like about this computer. It's too good to get rid of. You see how where it says key on the multi-channel audio configuration? The key is like where it pitches. So let's say you're listening to audio. Okay, if you want to play around with the pitch control, make it sound higher or the pitch lower. That's what I like about this computer. And I do have some music on here, but I don't. Let's see if we can get it to work. That's not where I want it to go. My network places. I have one of the. Oh, it froze there. And I gotta go reconnect the drive on my Netgear router. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I had to go unplug that USB drive and plug it back in. For whatever reason, whenever the drive is just idling, the file just doesn't show up anymore. You gotta reconnect it. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if it's my SD card to USB adapter. I think, well, that's what I'm using. I'm using a SD to USB card. SD card to USB adapter. You get what I mean on there, but it works. We'll go to, let's try this again. My network places, and it should be where it says T drive on Ready Share. It's got a little bit of a delay here. It should come up in a moment. There we are. And it's under All Music. And I got look at all these songs I got on here. It's like almost 1,000 of them. Got some AC/DC, I got Alabama, Aerosmith, Ace Hood, and all this album art stuff that somehow got on here. The cat's just meowing away, sorry. It's got Billy Squier, Black Sabbath, Blake Shelton, Bones and Eddie Baker, Boosie, Boston, Breaking Benjamin, Brooks and Dunn, Bryan Adams, all that. CCR, Def Leppard, all this stuff. Disturbed, Lil Jon, Dr. Dre, Drake, of course, Eminem, Eddie Rabbitt, Elvis, Fetty Wap, Florida Georgia Line, Future, all them, Gucci Mane, Guns N' Roses, Hank Williams Jr., Hank Williams, Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, ICP, of course, Cheesy, Jay-Z, some WWE or WWF themes that I have on there. Journey, Juicy J, Kansas, Kanye West, K-Camp, Kevin Gates, Kid Rock, Kid Moore, all that. Led Zeppelin, Kodak Black, Lil Jon, Lil Scrappy, Lil Wayne, etc. Limp Bizkit, Linkin Park, as you see, Maroon 5, Meek Mill, Merle Haggard, Metallica, Machine Gun Kelly, MGK, Migos, Lil Uzi Vert, Mobb Deep, Montana 300, Montgomery Gentry, Motley Crue, Motorhead, Nickelback, of course, NWA, Pantera, Post Malone, Power Man 5000, Queen, R. Kelly, Racer X, Rage Against the Machine. Just all those songs. Of course, you got Saliva, Sam Hunt, Schoolboy Q, Skillet, Snoop Dogg, T.I., and stuff. So that's pretty much it on all the songs I got on here. I'm just waiting for some Van Halen, Usher, Wiz, Khalifa, X, of course. I can't think how you pronounce his name. You got some Yo Gotti, YG, Young Dolph, Young Jeezy, which nowadays he's Jeezy nowadays. Some CZ Top. And this does play. This will play. I don't have audio hooked up. Probably not going to hook audio up on video because of copy. You know, like I said, YouTube's strict on copyrights these days. The audio does work. Maybe I'll have to see. I really don't have speakers hooked up. I'm trying to do where it says, how do you... I wish Malibu would go lay down somewhere. There we go. Edit, select all, and we'll right click. Add the Windows Media Player list. And should be just... It might take a while, but it will load. See, it's got... See that Wi-Fi lights flashing on there, so it is loading all the music. Like I said, it's almost almost 1,000 songs. And it is playing some Suicide Boys. I can actually sort that, you know what? And I think it actually just crashed there. Hope not. Yep, that actually just crashed. That's great. Or froze. It'll unfreeze itself. I know this computer here is old, so I'm going to respect that and not lose my temper. I probably should not have stopped it. I should have just paused it. Sometimes if I... Yeah, see, there you go. Sometimes you got to tilt the computer over a little bit. It will fix itself. Anyways, as I was trying to do, I'm trying to sort this. And sort it by title. And sometimes it might lag if you're like scrolling up and down. That just depends. And it's not doing it this time, but it did it last time. And you can just play around with the settings and stuff. I'm going to see if I can try to hook speakers up here. And I'll give you a little demonstration. Give me just a moment. I will come right back. Okay, I've just so happened to find these computer speakers that were sitting underneath my bed. Those speakers came with this other computer here, by the way. So I'm going to get this hooked up and I'll get a demo of the sound that the speaker's working. Or the sound is, rather. Alrighty, I got the speakers all plugged up. I ended up having to take the smart socket off and plug it up there because it won't. If I would have plugged the computer up towards up there, I would have been able to go down there, but... Anyways, let's see. We're going to turn the speakers on and see if they'll get power. We got power. Ooh. Wow. It's a bunch of static. That's for sure. I might have to clean them. It's got some scratching noises. Yeah, it's the knob's probably dusty. I'll clean that later. Let's just see if we can... Let me see if we even got any sound. And indeed we do. You can hear the... Wait. Sounds like both sounds are working just fine. I'll have to take care of fix that static later. Anyways, I'm going to play a little bit, but not long, because, again, they're strict over copyrights. I got to find something that won't get copyright blocked. Let's see. All that album art and stuff, I don't know why that's on there. Maybe we'll play some AC/DC. I'll turn it up a little bit. You can hear it. Now if I go back to control panel and multi-channel, and you can hear a difference. Well, listen to this. You hear the difference? Yeah, so I put it up to 1. Are you ready? So that does work. Alright, I'll reset it. And also it has this environment control. Hear a difference there? Alright, well I don't want to... This is actually the new theme of WWE SmackDown, which I don't watch WWE these days because it got too boring. Anyways, there's some AC/DC for you. We'll probably try to play at least maybe... See what else we can find here. Don't want any bones right now. That would sound... Maybe some Metallica. Here we go. See, that right speaker was cutting out as I'm... So that's an issue I'm going to have to address with that static. Also does have an equalizer on here as well. You see there. Again, the pitch right here are key. Alright, now that's some more Metallica right there. Yeah, and all that. Let's see if we can find one more song. Oh, didn't mean to click that. I want to find a song that doesn't have much language to it. I would play some Bones, but I got a mixture of different favorite music genres that I like, so that's why I got random genres on here anyway. Again, it's got to be something where it doesn't get copyright blocked. If it does, I'm going to have to edit out the segment. Let's see. Alright. I could probably play some Dr. Dre. This is one of his instrumental songs from his 2001 album. Or as I like to call it, Michael Myers. Michael Myers in the Hood, as I like to call it. And now that cat's meowing at my door. This one does have the headphone port right there, by the way. Oh, focus. Well, if the camera would focus, let's see. There we go. Oh. There we are. Okay. So it does have the headphone port. Alright. Alrighty. I think we'll call that good. So the audio does work on here. We can go and exit out of that, and I can exit out of this. I did not mean to. I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on. And I'll show you that one more thing that the internet does work on here. It'll take a moment here. There we are. But again, like I said, it's not in full screen all the way. Oh, what was that? There we are. Oh. Yeah, so you see there, it's not in full screen all the way. But, I mean, it's good enough. Because the maximum resolution is 1024 by 768. Is that what I said earlier? No, that's... settings, I think it was. Yeah. 1224 by 768 is the maximum you can go up to. So that's pretty much it for this computer. I'll just show you proof that. Let me see. Let me find my flash drive if I can. Where did I do what? Oh, there. Oh, it's right here. Let's actually hook this up. You heard the device connect. Go under my computer. I'll just show you that portable update does work. I did install the files. Apparently, you have to copy and paste it on a flash drive for, I think, for external cache purposes or something like that. I think it said. It's got version 2.5.1. I wish that cat would go lay down somewhere. Yep. You see all these failed updates right here. Look at that. Actually blow this up for you. And then, yeah. You see all that stuff failing? Look at that. I know why she's meowing. Long story. Not only because she's out of food. See, all this stuff's just updating. Or not, see, some of it updated. It does work. I did get it. It's just whenever I install it, it just fails it every time. Regardless, I got it all up to date. It's just 15 of them whenever, like, say I click down here. Oh, now it's 14 now, somehow. Somehow, it said 15 last night, but now it's down to 14. It's gonna fail it, I know that. Well, actually, you know what, before we shut this down, let's see if it'll actually fail again this time. Let's see. It's probably gonna fail it all, let's just see. Let's see. Unless I need to update it from portable update. Yep. Look at that, it failed. Fail, fail, fail. Watch. It's going to say fail the rest of it. Oh my goodness. Yep, it doesn't like that apparently. Like I said, I don't understand. It said 15 updates before I shut it down last night. Want. Yeah, it's just let it. let it do its thing and I'll come back. What'd I tell you? Every one of them failed. And I mean every one of them. Yeah, sorry about the pause there. She's getting me sidetracked. I guess I'll just leave my bedroom door up and let her lay in here so she'll stop meowing. Anyway, so all this failed, as you can see here. Now we'll try from portable update and see. And actually, since I'm standing up here, I can actually just assume there. Port update, I'll open it again. Well. Oh, there we go. See, I hit unlock twice, and there you go. See, I'll just do search. Let's search for updates. It does still work. This is the problem I was having yesterday. Those updates wouldn't, those 14 or 15 updates would not install. See, she walked in and out. The cat goes out my room, and then therefore she's meowing again. But I'll just leave my door open for now. What? Get it? Come here. I know why she's meowing. It's a long story. Long story. I don't want to get into that right now. This might take a while to search, so I don't know. I'll pause for a little bit, and if it takes longer, I'll just start the next clip. Alright, I'm back. I just got done searching for updates again. My phone is somehow got hot from out of nowhere. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, if I go back to install, same thing, you see? So most of the rest of this is failing to install. I don't know because I have to have Service Pack Windows XP Service Pack 4 installed, or maybe I'm missing something. Well. Anyways, we're gonna shut it down now. Yeah. What? Let me look at the what processor was this running again? Let me check that one last time. It's running at 1.81 gigahertz. I'll try to remember that. By the way, this computer was introduced. Let me look at the date. Okay, so this computer was introduced on September 15, 2005. So basically, this computer came out in 2005. Was made in 2005, rather. Alright, well, by the way, that blue light's not flickering. It's just the camera. And there's Malibu again. Anyways, we'll go ahead and shut this down now. Actually, let's unplug that first. And I'll unplug those other two when it shuts down. I'm going to hit shutdown, but I'm not going to install updates and shut down because it's going to fail anyway. I'm going to click to where it says click here to turn off without installing updates, so I'll do that. It's gonna fail anyway. And there's the shutdown sound. I know I was kind of talking over that. It should. Let me get a wide range for this. So it's off, and it is shut down. Alright everyone, well that's going to be it for this video. The next video is going to be a startup of this computer here. So yeah, see y'all then.
We ain't hesitating, bullies get the blazing. I'ma lay them down like